gentlemen, Mike and Adam's Dreams
And that's why I don't go into the basement.
No, that's a lot of pudding. You don't want that in your life.
I know, right? Oh, the camera's on.
Oh,
and by camera, I mean microphone.
I love that you're going to be, the start of that, you're going to be so loud because you were right next to the microphone.
I know. It's all about me.
It is all about you.
Welcome to Mike and Adam's Dreams and Feelings.
Sometimes feelings.
Sometimes feelings, but always dreaming.
Always dreaming. Where can they find us, Mike?
On Facebook. You just type in Mike and Adam's Dreams and Feelings.
We'll be there.
You go to YouTube. You're going to want to look for episode 55, because that's what we're doing right now.
Ooh, middle age.
Yes. And
do you like my Ric Flair?
Yep.
Woo!
You're going to want to type in Mike and Adam's Dreams and Feelings.
Woo!
Woo!
There it is.
All right. And if you go anywhere else, well, we don't know about it. So.
Yeah, right. We don't know.
Yeah.
And frankly, we don't care. Just kidding. I care.
Actually send us a line.
Yeah.
You don't talk anymore.
Right, we just don't.
Yeah.
Come by. We'll whip up some pie. And, we'll make some tea and we'll get a chat on.
Yeah, what have you been doing with your life? How's college?
Right. Do you have a girlfriend, boyfriend?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What are you doing with your life?
Yeah, you look like you've gained 5 pounds.
Yeah. Come talk to us.
Yeah. You look good.
Mm-hmm. Anyways.
Enough about the replay of my Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the worst, though, isn't it? Like, when you go home for Thanksgiving, I don't know if you have that problem, because you're a real adult.
Yeah.
But, as a college student, when you go home, there's always oh, hey, what are you doing? What's your 5-year plan? I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to, get food for next week. That's, I haven't planned that far in the future.
Yeah, you're looking for that piece of paper that says you can have work in a specific field. Work,
please.
Yes.
That's all the diploma says.
I want the diploma to say work, please.
Exactly.
Insert money here.
I earned it.
Yeah. I'm in debt.
I can has job, please.
Yes. I would take that seriously.
Would you?
If I saw that certificate.
Wow.
I'd be like, that guy, he did the work.
Right. So if you want a job here on the Mike and Adam Reason Feeling podcast,
please send us your diploma, which says I can has work, please.
Yes, exactly.
And inserts money here.
We'll put you to work.
Yep. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, Thanksgiving. You know what I don't like when you're at a family reunion and all your cousins and aunts and uncles are there, and then you have to go through the small talk. The hi, how are you? Oh, I hear you're doing X. And you're like, oh, it's good.
Mm.
How's the new house? It's good. I mean, I want to mix it up sometimes. How's the new house? Well, foundationally speaking,
right.
It is on a structural basis.
You mean on a foundation?
Yes, foundationally it's structural because it's foundational. And I probably wouldn't go much further in that conversation with that aunt or uncle. But speaking of the house,
yes.
Lynn and I, we went home one Black Friday,
mm-hmm.
and we saw a bat hanging from our drapes.
Right.
So I did what any manly guy would do.
Yes. What would any manly guy be?
Any manly man.
Yeah.
Would while his wife was nervous and concerned,
mm-hmm.
he would take a broom pole, poke it.
Yes.
And it would fly across the house,
hit
the lamp, and fall down splat.
Wait. Just to reiterate this is a moth? Or
This is a bat.
A bat, okay.
This is a mammal with wings.
Okay. And you killed said bat.
I didn't kill it. I thought I killed it.
Uh-huh.
When it was in its hibernation, so bats will try to find a place to sleep, and if they don't find it, they hit the ground and fall asleep. But this guy, it took in my braveness, it took me 5 whole minutes to convince myself to look over where it fell.
Wow.
And it was gone.
So it's still in your house somewhere?
Well, no. It took me another. I was searching for it for an hour, wondering where it was. Mm-hmm. It was like 11 o'clock, so we were trying to call the 24/7 wildlife hotlines.
Yes. 1-800-WILDLIFE.
Yeah, 1-800, and we're like, I don't know. Did it escape? Is it out of the house? We can't find it. The only thing we have to do is we locked our door and put towels underneath so it wouldn't come in.
Right.
And
the problem with that, though, is if it's still there, that means you trapped it in with yourself.
Yes.
So it became very Alien versus...
Right.
Space Marine.
It actually said, I'm not in here with you. You're in here with me.
With me. Okay,
yes.
Right, of course.
So, me and Lynn had like the most restless sleep ever. Waking up every hour saying, what was that? What was that? And she's like, I think something hit the shampoo bottle in our bathroom. And
that's a very specific observation.
Yes.
Like, what is that even? How do you know what that sounds like?
She knew.
Right.
And when I woke up, I'm like, this shampoo bottle fell. And there's a brown fuzzy thing right next to it, right, kind of under it.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, oh no, I found the bat. So, $150 later, it's a company called Eviction Nuisance.
Wow.
Came and grabbed it, and it was cranky.
Yeah.
When Lynn took a picture of it, it was like, why did you wake me up? By the way, your house has no food.
Right.
Yeah, so
just terrible.
So that's our bat story.
Wow.
And seeing as I saw how Batman Begins, it's my origin story. Now I have to become the Batman.
Right. No, that's a clear sign from God.
Yes.
It's a very clear sign from God. But just a follow up. A couple of observations. One, like if you're married, regardless of what your wife said, like you have to, like, even if you think it's ridiculous, you have to follow up. Like she's like, oh, I heard something hit the shampoo bottle. Which, how do you know what that sounds like? And two, like, how do you hear that? But you as her husband, you have to check it out, no matter if it's ridiculous or not.
I was her bodyguard that day.
Yeah,
like,
even though you were terrified.
Yeah, even though I was terrified, and it's scary. Those things are like, I mean, I was getting all these vampire flashbacks of movies I've seen. Oh man. But so yeah, I'm gonna become Batman now.
Yeah, definitely.
Just kind of waiting for a tragic death in the family.
Right.
And then I'll just start training to be a ninja.
Right. Clearly. Yeah. I mean, you got the gymnastics gym.
Yeah.
All there.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. And I don't know. And this is slightly tongue in cheek what I'm about to say, but so don't roast me. But women are all about wanting to be equal and brave and powerful and strong, right up until there's a bat in your house.
Yes.
And then suddenly you can take care of this.
Right. Well, Lynn is not like that. She is unashamedly the fairer sex. Especially when it comes to lifting something. And you're like, can you lift that? I'm a woman.
Good. You know what? Good for her.
Yes. She uses that power to her advantage.
Right. She knows, but all the while knowing that she's fully capable of doing it. But she's just smarter. She's like women are smarter than us.
Yes. They know how to delegate work.
It's true. And I'm not saying that they're lazy or that they're weaker. They just know that their time is better spent on other things, and we're just too dumb to do that.
Yeah. I think her biggest fear is if I ever lost my arms and legs.
I couldn't lift.
There'd be no use for me at all.
You just wouldn't be able to lift.
I don't know if she'd even talk to me. Yes.
That's horrible.
Yes, it is horrible.
Lynn, get your act together.
Yeah.
How dare you? That's savage. No. But hey, no, Lynn knows what she wants.
Yeah.
And
I love you, babe.
She's not going to take no for an answer.
Yeah. You know what? It makes sense. You know, if it was ever like, why do I have to lift? And then she would show us the wages that women get in the workplace.
Right, and you're like, dang it.
It was like, this is compensating for it.
Right.
Darn it.
Well, then you got to be like, hey, wait a minute. I'm not in charge of that. Why is this my fault?
You have a master's degree. Yes.
Oh, man. You know what? In the next time that this happens where she asks you to lift it,
Mm-hmm.
you should like go to lift it but do it wrong and hurt your back and be like, oh, Lynn, could you show me the correct way to lift this? And then you could outsmart her.
Yes, because she would totally fall for that.
I don't know, it's worth a try.
She would say, no, I will give you ointment. Can you please
balm.
put it on me? Because I got a little hurt watching you.
Oh, man.
You win again! Okay.
Would she use Tiger Balm, you think?
Yes. Oh, Tiger Balm heals everything.
Allegedly.
Dry skin,
Hey,
hurt
they
skin.
don't sponsor us. We can't give them free air. I'm kidding. Tiger Balm was good.
Tiger Balm, yeah.
Allegedly. It's expensive, though.
Oh my gosh. Well, look, I mean, it's basically the earwax of a tiger.
Right, that's exactly what it is, I'm sure.
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah.
You pay for what you get.
Mm-hmm.
Pay for what you get. Oh, man. But you know what, Mike? It feels good entering into this new era of our podcast, you know? Like, we put all that, you know, evil Adam, evil Mike behind us. You know, we're living...
Technically.
We're living changed, reformed lives.
Yes,
You know, like... I felt like, have you seen Shawshank Redemption?
Yes.
You know, when they finally get out of the tunnel and they're standing in the rain?
Yeah.
That's what I feel like right now, you know? Like, we've been liberated from the darkness and the prison that was our evilness, and now, you know, we're good people. But, I do feel kind of sad, though, you know, like,
There's no more adventures in our life.
Right. But there are some new people that moved in down the street from us.
Yes. To our left...
Uh-huh.
We have a man who loves to wear a cape.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Yes.
He wears the cape, but he wears like normal dad clothes on the outside.
Yes. What has he got to prove?
I don't know. Have you met him? I've just seen him like moving back and forth.
You know, I saw him lifting a couch by himself.
Yeah, no, that was very strange.
Yeah.
And Lynn wasn't even there directing.
I know.
Which is amazing.
He doesn't have a wife. I checked.
Good.
There was no one there to tell him what to do.
Yeah, but it seems like he has a young ward. Do people even do that anymore?
First of all, I don't know what a ward is.
Yeah, I
know Robin was played by Burt Ward.
Right, yeah.
Who was a young ward.
Right.
But yeah, there's like this kind of scrawnier.
Right. He definitely he's very millennial.
Yeah, very millennial.
He had the glasses, the shirts. Really tight pants.
Really tight pants.
I'm sure he has some strong opinions on coffee.
Yeah, he didn't have a cape. He had a scarf.
He did have a scarf. Yeah. He was calling him. I don't know if he was like hungry or if he was just like, if that's his name, but he kept calling him Jiffy.
Jiffy. I like Jiffy.
Yeah. But yeah, Jiffy's okay. Jiffy's a good peanut butter. Are you crunchy or smooth?
You know, I used to be crunchy.
Okay.
But then...
Lynn?
But then the crunchiness got in the way of me enjoying the peanut butter.
Wow, okay.
I was like, you know what? I could just eat smooth peanut butter. And then later, I could just have some peanuts. And get the same effect.
Wow.
Why do I have to put them together?
Interesting. So, one of my lasting memories from childhood, I remember seeing a TV commercial for Jiffy peanut butter. Mm-hmm. But it was peanut butter... But then they put peanuts on the peanut butter on the sandwich, and then made a sandwich.
What?
And it was a commercial. And like I still haven't achieved this, but I want to one day make that sandwich and see what it would taste like.
I imagine it would taste like crunchy peanut butter.
Yeah, probably. But, anyways, lifelong dream.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. Anyways.
Did you ever grow up with goober?
I know what goober is. I never had it.
I mean,
Was it in that? It was in that like light blue.
yeah, and it's like half peanut butter, half jelly,
Yeah.
and I mean, in theory, it's supposed to be disgusting.
Yes.
Because it's very synthetic in how they got it to
Oh,
preserve itself.
Right.
There's no way that those two things can exist on a shelf together.
100%. No, I think Brian. Do you know Brian Regan, the comedian?
Yeah.
He has a joke about that.
Right.
He was just like, we just throw in some croutons, we'll get the whole sandwich on
Yes.
one spoon. It's like, how lazy can we get? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
So many good peanut butter jokes from comedians.
Is there?
Yes, Jim Gaffigan
Yeah.
said he bought extreme crunchy peanut butter.
Uh-huh.
And he opened it, it was just peanuts.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
I love it.
So send us your peanut butter jokes by famous comedians.
Yes.
Or peanut butter jokes at mikeandadams.com.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
We'll buy that domain later.
Yes.
But one last peanut butter thought.
Yes.
Have you seen this racket that is organic peanut butter?
What?
Like you can buy organic peanut butter, but it doesn't taste like peanut butter. You have to like stir it always.
It's got that wet lake.
On top.
of it.
It's just gross, and it's just not, I don't know. No, thank you.
Yeah. Well, the butter industry
Mm-hmm.
is racking up right now. You walk down the butter aisle and there's like biscotti butter.
Biscotti butter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pecan butter.
Wait, like butter that tastes like biscotti?
Yes.
What are you gonna put it on?
You put it on a sandwich and watch yourself get fat. But there's pecan butter, cashew butter, cookie butter.
Wow.
And like these are
Not to be confused because there's like a peanut butter, but it's made with cashews. Have you seen this? It's like cashew butter. So it's like that butter, but like in peanut butter form.
There's sun butter, which has
What?
sunflower seeds.
I was like, they harness the sun?
You know, after I bought it the second time, I was wise.
How did Lynn feel about it?
She's like, another jar of sun butter, and I was like, come on, I have to figure out where the sun is involved.
Right. Did you feel all Kal-El and
Yes.
you feel stronger?
Yeah. And then I tried to lift something and my back went out.
Your back came out, right?
Yes.
Right. And that's when Lynn got the balm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I had to put it on her.
You were so you were not Krypton's strongest son.
No.
Okay.
I was not the hero Gotham deserved.
Right. Wait, what? Someone somewhere is just committed seppuku because we confused Superman with Batman.
Oh, you know what the greatest post is?
Mm-hmm.
Is name your favorite scene in Justice League, wrong answers only. And where you get to type in stuff like, I loved where Ant-Man finds out that his mom is Martha.
It gets the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yes, it gets the Infinity Gauntlet.
That's so good.
Yes.
That's so funny. Yeah, no, I still have yet to see Justice League. I don't know what I'm doing. I gotta get on it.
Well, let me tell you, the reviews are straight down the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Where some are saying it's a fun ride.
Mm-hmm.
It's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Way to go, DC. You put out a fun offering. Other people are saying it's a travesty to everything DC. It doesn't make sense. The CGI, which looked like Play-Doh.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how a company with the world's greatest artists could not figure out how to do CGI.
Yeah, I don't. It's so baffling to me how bad the CGI is.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't. What are they spending their budget on?
Right. On Zack Snyder's ego.
Right. It really does, and it just I don't know. It just the back. What gets me is the CGI backgrounds.
Yes.
It's just they're just so bad.
But I wonder if it's because we're not watching it in 4K theaters. I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. No spoilers here, but there's one scene where Bruce Wayne is in the Alps, or there's like a mountain, and there's the background of a mountain, and I swear to you, it looks like Cool Borders PS1 background of a mountain.
Yeah. No. I don't even know. And then, because I've had this conversation with Andre and some other people, but we went to go see Spider-Man: Homecoming, and there's that whole sequence where Spider-Man is like running through that ferry. Spoilers, but not really.
Yeah,
'Cause this was in the,
it's at the Dollar Theater now.
Yeah, it's in the Dollar Theater, and this was on the movie poster. But he kind of like webs the two parts of the ferry together, and he's pulling it together. But that whole scene is CGI, but it looks good. Like you could tell it was CGI, but it wasn't like an offense to you.
Right.
But like you're watching Wonder Woman, and she's like surrounded by like CGI flame, and you're like, that's not real fire. This is fake. This is a green screen.
Right, like they I can't fathom why they don't have the expertise to blend in their characters with their CGI backgrounds.
Right.
Like it it hurts.
Right. I don't know if it's like just Disney that just they have access.
Well, they have Industrial Light and Magic, which has been around for a long time.
Exactly. And I mean, obviously they have like Pixar and like all these other things.
But come on. Warner Brothers has Harry Potter.
Right, exactly.
Is Harry Potter known for bad CGI?
No.
Well, call those guys.
It looks good. I don't
call them. Get them on the phone.
Like why is this not happening?
Right.
And honestly, like, it's maybe like the CGI is like 30 or 40% of the reason that I just don't like DC movies. Like, it's just hard for me to like suspend. Like, I'm watching it and I'm like, oh yeah, like this is a fake movie. Like I can't suspend my disbelief.
Well, the funny thing is, Pureflix also had a trailer before Justice League, the story of Samson.
Okay.
And
is this a real movie?
This is a movie that's coming out.
Okay. And
Samson actually has a dark Middle Eastern skin, which is pretty exciting.
That's awesome. Finally.
So, and I'm noticing the production values there, and I'm like, did Warner Brothers borrow the equipment from Pureflix to make their movie?
See, like if I'm watching like something like that, I'd be like, oh wow, like they actually kind of tried.
Yeah.
But like you're like, this is Warner Brothers. They're spending hundreds of millions of dollars, and it looks like this.
Right.
Like, this feels like it's from the mid 2000s. Like, come on, like let's get this together.
Like if you go on Netflix and you watch Crocosaurus versus Megasaur,
right,
and you see the CGI there,
right,
and you're like, they use that to animate Batman.
When you watch Return of the King and the CGI is better in 2001 than it is in Batman versus Superman, you have an issue.
Right. Well, I'm on the side that it was just good fun.
Yeah. I mean, that's the general consensus I'm getting from people.
Yeah, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna cry a little. They actually got an emotion out of you except for angst. You're gonna be like, "Oh, that's so cool," and then obviously you're gonna be like, "But wait, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense."
Right.
And as a standalone movie, it's great. But those who are like, "What does it mean for the universe of DCU?" You're gonna be like, It doesn't match up to Marvel's think tank.
Mm-hmm.
But have you ever read a DC super event?
Like Flashpoint?
Yeah, or I'm thinking Final Crisis.
Final Crisis.
DC's storytelling.
Sorry.
DC's storytelling is all over the map. Mm-hmm. They don't like to do set up a character,
right?
Set up a conflict, get you into the world. They want you to go smack dab in the center of the conflict,
right?
Assume you know everything,
right?
Like in DC's Final Crisis, the first panel will be, they found a dead god in a dumpster,
right?
And then they find a bullet in the ground, and Batman's like, someone shot a bullet through time, and then suddenly this Racer Reaper jumps through a time portal and starts chasing the Flash. And you're like, what is even happening?
Right.
And you're like, there has to be background to this. It has to be in other comic books. But no, they just
did it.
Yeah, and I feel like they're trying to capture that into their movies, which might not translate as well. They're just trying to throw you into the action and assume you know everything.
Right. DC is definitely a thinking man's comic.
Yes.
But I feel like while that's their greatest strength is that they have flexibility with a lot of their stories, so they're not. Where like Marvel is very tied to its canon, like stuff stuff that like isn't gonna fit is just gonna get thrown out.
Yeah.
But DC has that flexibility, but at the same time, it comes at a cost of like not always 100% knowing what's going on.
Which means you have to have a great foundation movie.
Right.
And they never had a great foundation movie.
Yeah. And because it just feels like even from Man of Steel to Batman vs Superman, the world in Batman vs Superman doesn't feel like the same world that was in Man of Steel.
Right.
And even the Superman from Man of Steel doesn't feel like the same Superman in Batman vs Superman.
Right.
Like, it just feels like he just got... Like, I get that, like, maybe Lois Lane might have gotten... Like, his attitude might have changed because of Lois and, like, losing Jimmy and whatever.
Yeah.
The brief moment that we see Jimmy, who's a CIA agent.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it's just like I don't know. It's just a consistent. It's just like a constant of just being confused a lot.
Yeah, it's like that. I mean, there's a whole series called My Pal Superman, starring Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah.
And they just threw it away.
Threw it away. And yeah, and while I get like people that might not like Marvel for its how it definitely holds your hand as they take you through. But at the same time, like that allows them to create a narrative that is cohesive and like makes sense.
With Civil War, you just have Tony Stark. I believe this.
Yeah. And
then Captain America. I don't believe this.
Yeah.
Whole plot based on that.
Right.
So easy.
Right. But how they like the plot is simple, but they won us over with creating tension and like the action sequences and the good CGI and the acting and just like I don't know. It just feels, and I think the other biggest thing people were saying about Justice League was I felt like it was rushed. Like it just felt rushed.
Well,
because I know that they did reshoots, but
Joss Whedon did a vast amount of reshoots, so we'll never see the original idea from Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Though, if you remember, early when it was released, it was Justice League Part 1.
Yeah.
They got rid of that Part 1, and they just made it a whole movie in and of itself.
Interesting.
In fact, this doesn't give away anything, but Steppenwolf is supposed to be working with Darkseid. He's like Darkseid's under...
Right. He's like his herald or whatever.
Yeah, but they removed that any ties to Darkseid in that movie.
Interesting.
Which I think Zack Snyder was supposed to, build on it.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's hope that they just do a Flash movie, do Flashpoint, and just reset. They just reset.
Yeah, I wrote an article giving different things DC could try. I like the idea of making a trilogy on one Earth. Yeah. So this trilogy is...
I think we talked about this.
The galactic part of DC.
Yeah.
Where they're on different planets and they're working with Green Lanterns. And then in the next 3 years, you do another, retro 1950s DC. And then maybe at the end, 9 years later, you do a Worlds Collide movie.
Right.
Where all those trilogies have to do a Worlds Collide thing.
Well, kind of all the timelines kind of merge into one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
go ahead.
My biggest dream was that they'd get people from the shows to be in the movies, and they'd collide movies with shows and.
Yeah. I think that would be cool. But I don't know. I think. I just feel like where Arrow is at right now, it just doesn't fit with
No.
That Oliver Queen is so far from the Oliver Queen of DC Comics.
Right.
It's almost appalling.
Yeah, he's basically a CW supermodel.
Yeah. Even how he looks, I don't know, Green Arrow I guess is a handsome guy, but he's very Errol Flynn, but but just the wisecracking kind of down on his luck noir kind of detective that he is in DC Comics, compared to Arrow, he essentially becomes Batman in
Right.
Arrow.
Yes.
Whereas, like, in the comic book, he's definitely more, like, swashbuckling, kind of debonair, kind of noir detective with Black Canary being kind of like this femme fatale.
Yeah. And he always gets into, like, political arguments with Batman.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And, like, kind of trying to justify
Yeah.
their vigilantism and different views
Yeah.
that they have. But, and being able to intellectually, like, keep up with Batman, too. Like, he's almost in every way kind of... which is weird because you think of Batman almost as, like, the great leveler. Like, he's a superhero, but he's, like, not got no superpowers. But somehow Green Arrow almost feels like more of an everyman.
Right.
Kind of blue-collar version of Batman.
So, there's a movie that I had to go deep in the internet to find the script to, because it was only leaked once.
Yeah.
It's called Supermax. And it was before all this DCU, Marvel CU stuff. Where originally they said it's ahead of its time. But basically, Green Arrow gets a crime pinned on him that he didn't do.
Yeah.
So he goes to a supervillain prison, and the whole movie's about him breaking out of the supervillain prison, and he actually uses the help of Lex Luthor and the Joker to escape.
Wow, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, in that movie,
is that a comic? Is that based on a comic book or
no?
No,
they just decided it was gonna be written by I forgot who was gonna write it.
Somebody good.
I know I sent you a message saying that I have the script, and I definitely wanted to talk about it in later episodes.
Yeah, we should take a look.
But did you also know there's a Justice League script that never got used?
Interesting.
Yes.
What is it?
So, before all this DCU talk, there was a one-hit Justice League where all the characters are introduced. There's the Flash. You had Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
Superman, Wonder Woman. You didn't have Cyborg. You had Aquaman, who was apparently blonde, and he had a hook for a hand.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And it was based on a side plot where Batman was looking up everyone's weakness.
Yeah.
And then, it
Death-
got into the wrong hands.
Yeah. Deathstroke gets it, right?
Or no, it was Talia al Ghul.
Talia.
She gets it and uses another guy named Maxwell. Maxwell Lord, and they kind of work against the Justice League, trying to kill them off.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah. And Batman was going to be played by Armie Hammer.
Wow, interesting.
Yes.
Change.
Another guy, the guy who played Billy Graham in the Billy Graham biopic.
Well, Armie Hammer, didn't he... because he looks incredibly like Henry Cavill, who plays Superman.
Yeah.
But didn't Armie Hammer... he went out for the role of Superman, didn't he? I think he tried for the role that Henry Cavill currently has.
Let's see. The movie was called Justice League Mortal, and
well, that's based. There's like a cartoon or like a comic book arc about that.
Yeah.
And Batman kind of gets a lot of flack for it, and he has to kind of like go and like. Well, I think in the cartoon one, Justice League isn't like really a thing. I could be wrong, but what I think I remember, like he kind of just like has tabs and all these.
Yeah.
You know, like all the heroes, but they're like saved on a. No, Justice League was a thing then. Sorry, but he keeps it all on the Watchtower, and someone like hacks it and they like get it. Like somehow I think Luthor like gets the information and then like disseminates it, or I can't even remember. But I definitely remember that story being like a thing.
Yeah. So apparently George Miller was supposed to write the Justice League Mortal movie.
I just pulled that. Yeah.
He's known for his work from Mad Max and Happy Feet.
Yes, Happy Feet.
Yes. Let's see. And it says 4 years ago, just as Happy Feet 2 was releasing, Miller spoke on the canceled project saying that it was a whole bunch of complex events. It was the middle of a writer's strike. There was Australian rebate legislation that was required to get the film going. It was just a whole complex series of events. It was no one particular's fault that it didn't happen. So, and Superman was going to be played by DJ Cotrona.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. So that was interesting. Batman, Armie Hammer.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman was Megan Gall. Yeah. I had to look her up too.
Yeah, I don't know any of those people. I just know Armie Hammer.
The Flash was going to be played by Adam Brody.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
And Jon Stewart was going to be played by rapper Common.
Okay.
And Aquaman was Santiago Cabrera.
Don't know.
Yeah, so...
Interesting. Yeah, no, I like Armie Hammer. I think he's good.
Yeah. But, I read it. It's really a good read. If you can get a PDF of it, it shows you the Justice League as in the style of the comic book writing, not in the style of a movie. So,
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out. But yeah, no, DC, call us. We got ideas.
We have ideas.
Call us.
All right.
I'm on board. But I think before we transition, I think just one question I would ask you: if you could change one thing about how DC is doing their comic book movies, what would you do?
Honestly, I would not. I would get rid of the idea that we need to copy Marvel. What Marvel did was ingenious. Bravo. They created the movie universe. That's great. Let them have their thing. DC, you've had your thing for 75 years.
Mm-hmm.
There's many things you can do. It doesn't have to be. Yeah.
Definitely. So DC, call us. We got
Call
ideas.
us, yes.
Yeah, so I think this is a good time to, this is a very superhero-centric show.
Every episode, we're either talking about HBK
Yeah.
or Zack Snyder.
Yeah, I mean, it's the big thing right now. Like, superhero movies, there's a whole bunch coming out. And
What about a movie, Civil War II, HBK versus Zack Snyder?
and HBK just super kicks him.
Yes. Super kicks.
Super kick. And it would ruin that somehow, I'm sure.
Yes, because HBK's mom is named Martha. Yes.
As a quick aside, and probably slight spoiler, but we knew that Superman was coming back for Justice League. We knew that.
Right.
Because
you haven't seen it, and you're telling me the spoiler,
Right,
so
right.
that means you know.
Right, exactly. Because, isn't Superman in the poster for Justice League?
Okay. Yes. He's in one of the posters. I was surprised at how they did it.
Mm-hmm. I heard that they bring him back.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Don't ask. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But they fight him again, right? As
Right.
a group. But there's a bit where he's holding Batman. I feel like they missed an opportunity for Batman to just be like, Martha.
Actually, you can see Joss Whedon's work because Batman tells this very silly joke.
Yeah.
He kind of does I'm the old man Superman, or I'm the old man superhero.
Yeah.
Superman looks at him and he says "Do you bleed?"
Yeah.
And then he slams him to the ground, and then after they capture Superman, he's like, "Ugh, something's bleeding."
What? What?
Like he's an old man who just got out of bed.
Why?
And
I'm so upset.
The audience laughed, but it's so not Batman.
Right, Batman does not quip.
Yeah.
That's not the Flash. Yes.
Yes.
Cyborg probably. Batman
Yeah.
definitely. Hard no.
Yeah.
Hard no. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
But I also did hear that Cyborg says "booyah,"
Yes.
which is very important to me.
Yes.
Like that. Like if they didn't, if they had Cyborg and he didn't say "booyah," then I would be furious.
Basically, what saves the movie is levity, comic book tropes that are faithful to DC, and those are the only two things. And the
stunning character work.
Yeah, and pretty awesome fisticuffs.
Fisticuffs. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Good. I gotta check it out. I gotta just do it. Gotta find time and I'm gonna go do it. Check it out. We'll talk about it. I'm sure at some point. But we've been trying to transition for the last 30 minutes.
Yes.
But
so
our neighbors.
So we're not funded here at Mike and Adam's Dreams and Feelings.
Yes.
So our neighbors are going to take some of our screen time or airtime.
Well, and I think it's less that we want to give them some screen time, and more that we're just fascinated by what's going on.
Yeah.
And we managed to plant a bug in their house.
Yes.
And I've hooked up actually a drone, so I used some of my engineering knowledge from the Transmogrifier 3000, and I created this drone that kind of can silently follow them around.
Right.
So hopefully maybe we can get a picture of what's going on there.
Right. So yeah, this is going to be very exciting. For the first time ever, the story is going to be away from us.
Right.
On these characters.
Right. And maybe obviously it might capture us going to borrow maybe some sugar at some point, or
yes.
Who knows? Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
But,
yes.
So right now, I'm gonna fire that drone up, and we're gonna go see what's going on over at that house.
All right, we're gonna see this. 3, 2, 1.
We have liftoff.
All right, guys.
Guys, it's just me.
Jiffy, I know. I'm just using the all-inclusive guys. I called together this meeting.
I don't even know why I need to be here. Couldn't you just send me a Spark Notes version on Facebook Messenger?
Well, basically, to give you the rundown again, I saved the world.
We know.
And I might have accidentally caused trillions of dollars in collateral damage from the aliens who were trying to kill us. And now
I'm on... need to punch that satellite.
I did. It was just an awesome frisbee opportunity.
I told you I was hacking it. It would have been fine. You didn't have to do that.
And then the alien's face was... Well, that's not the point. The point is I'm on probation now, and I'm supposed to train the next generation of superheroes.
I know you're on probation. Why don't I have to be here?
Because you're the next generation of superheroes.
I don't even want to be a superhero.
You know what? I don't want to be here either. But I have a probation officer, and I have to give them something. So let's go through the hoops of being a superhero. Maybe we can start some kind of a league. Just you and me or something, and then we'll disband it after I'm off probation.
Ugh. Why do we have to come to this dump, though? There's nothing exciting around here.
They say Brockport, New York is the capital of superheroes.
That's clearly not true. I think we're the only people around here that even know that we exist.
I'd like to think that all my work saving the world, 37th time, I'd like to know that people...
The everyman.
People know who I am. I mean, I am Captain Supremo.
Nobody calls you that.
People say, look up in the air, it's Captain Supremo.
No one calls you that. You literally are the only one that does.
I know it's not trending because of the more hip superheroes. Who do we have? El Fuego.
Midnight Stalker.
I know. Those guys, they all learned it from me.
Did
all right?
they?
I'm the original. I've been doing this since 1944.
They just call you Wayne. They don't even call you Captain Supremo. Have you seen this thread on Reddit They just call you Wayne.
No one's supposed to know my secret identity, so please, could you not yell out the name Wayne Clarke? Damn it, I just did.
But you constantly just say that. You give yourself pep talks. Referring to yourself not as Captain Supremo, but as Wayne. Everyone knows you're Wayne.
Okay, well, no, because I go on Reddit, and I say...
Do you know how to use the computer?
Yes. Someone showed me how to use Reddit. I go on Reddit, I type, under my name, Wayne Clarke, and I say, that Captain Supremo, what a dude, I wish I could be like him. And no one's any the wiser.
Everyone knows, Wayne.
Fine. But it's not about me, all right? I'm here.
Why do you constantly make it about you?
Well, well, let's talk about my origin story.
Why?
Right?
I know. Why are you telling me this? I already know.
Well, I think it's important that we know my origin story so we can get off on the right foot about how I became a superhero.
I'm literally your nephew. I was there.
I know. I was flying a kite with you. An alien satellite fell on my skull, gave me radioactive superpowers, and I fight for the side of good and justice.
Yeah, and I got nothing. I literally have no superpowers.
But that's why I'm here.
To give me superpowers?
To help you find the superhero within, under contractual obligations of my probation by the Justice of the World League.
There are literally piles of applications to be your sidekick, your intern. And why did you pick me?
Well, number one, Jiffy, you're my nephew.
I know.
All right? My sister, Amazonia.
Yeah.
You're her son.
Yep.
And I'm just doing this as a favor to her. She says you need to get out of the house more.
I'm just experimenting with my pour-overs. I just want to get the perfect pour so I can start my own coffee shop. That's all I want. That's all I've ever wanted.
Well, you know what? Life is more than coffee.
You take that back, sir. You take that back.
No. I will absolutely not. We live in an evil world filled with injustice and crime.
I haven't seen a crime in days.
Well, you gotta start somewhere. All right, and what better place than in Brockport, New York, where I can train you the ropes to being a superhero. I mean, look at your mom. She came from the Amazon rainforests, raised by tigers and wolves, became the Amazonia.
Yeah.
And now she fights like voodoo gods.
Yeah, and she's a terrible nag.
Yes, she wants you to do something with your life.
I am doing something with my life. Why can't you guys see this? I didn't go to school to get an art history degree for nothing.
Okay, well, I mean, let's just work on character work here, because if we don't get a good foundation, we can't make a connection. So tell me your origin story.
I was sitting in my room on my MacBook Air, and I was researching coffee grinding techniques, and you kicked down the door for the 40th time. I've been keeping track.
That's pretty good.
No, it's not. Those doors are expensive. And you dragged me out of my house.
But, you forget, I said, come with me if you want to live.
Yeah. I was terrified. And then I literally have nothing. You just pulled me here. I have the clothes on my back, and that's it.
All right. We need to work on it. Maybe a little less coffee in the origin.
But that's literally what happened.
Maybe a little bit more. You felt a calling.
The calling was just the back of your hand on my neck.
Yes, as I dragged you.
Yes.
But maybe, possibly, we could add in a superpower. By the way, have you picked up any skills from your mom?
No.
I mean, she can talk to wildlife.
It's true. It's pretty annoying.
Yeah.
Especially when she calls you for dinner as a howler monkey.
That is pretty funny. I have to say, I've seen the YouTube video of that, and it is pretty hilarious. But, like, for example, I have this titanium block.
Yes.
I want you to punch it.
That would be a hard no for me.
No, I just really want you to punch it. I want to gauge your power level.
I'm literally gonna break my hand.
You're not gonna break your hand. You have Clarke blood. I'm Wayne Clarke. You're Jiffy Clarke. There has to be a superhero power within you. Maybe a satellite didn't fall on you, but there has to be something there.
Maybe.
I want you to punch this.
Okay.
Titanium block.
Right. Can I maybe get some pads or something?
No pads.
What kind of circus are you running, sir?
I'm trying to make you the best you can be.
Well, don't you think we could start smaller, like maybe like a toothpick or a stick?
Why? How do you even punch a toothpick?
Carefully.
What are you, Micro Man? Micro Man would shrink down and punch the stick, and then break it in half, which is impressive.
No, I can't do that.
So just punch the titanium block.
Can we go? Can I punch a pillow?
That's not going to teach me anything.
What, my broken hand will?
Yes, I'll be able to look at the wounds in your hand, which I don't believe there will be any because you're holding back a power, and I'll be able to your power gauge. It goes from 0 to 10.
0 to 10
on the power. Yes, I'm like a 9.9.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm guessing maybe you're a high 5.
A high 5.
Yes,
I like high fives.
Of course, I know. I just need you to punch the titanium block.
Okay. Give me a countdown.
All right, I'm gonna count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ah!
Oh!
What?
Wow!
I broke my hand.
Wow, that was like. Usually it makes like a clanging thud sound.
No, that was my hand breaking.
That wasn't even close.
I broke my hand.
I had you at a 5, and maybe like a 1.4.
What part of I'm just a human? Do you not understand?
Maybe a 1.3.
Could you take me to a hospital?
I mean, the Slug Man. He's Slug Man. He's made out of slugs.
Yeah, disgusting. By the way,
he hits it a little bit harder than you, even though he's made out of slugs.
Just heal me. Use your Helo-Vision, or just
All
take
right.
me.
Well, I'm gonna meld your bones together with my heat ray vision, and you're good. But we gotta work on that. A 1.4.
What is this? What part of I want no part of this? Do you not understand?
Well, first of all, I signed us up for our first mission. I want progress. I want results.
Okay, what is this mission?
There's a reason I brought you to Brockport, New York.
Is it the cows?
You see there's a White House right there.
Yeah.
Full of weirdos.
Weirdos.
But next to that house,
okay.
I really think ex-nemesis, the Reaper,
what the?
is in that house.
In that house?
Yes.
Why would he be here of all places?
Well,
didn't you defeat him?
Yes. There was at one time the Reaper was going to bring Soviet rule over all of America, but I'm pretty sure he lives in America now.
Hey, how did you stop him? Did you guys have like an epic fight, or did you just kind of beat him at a game of gin rummy?
He had his whole army of Reds.
Right.
Robots that have communist beliefs.
Right. Were they actually red?
Yeah, they were red.
Okay.
Just to kind of prove his point. And I just cosmic slammed him into the ground. And it was over.
You always win.
I know.
Get more creative.
I know. Cosmic slam.
I know you want to brand stuff. Anyways.
If it works, then and it's not broken, do it. And I've defeated like 95% of all my bad guys with the cosmic slam.
Okay.
But now I really want you. I want you to, I don't know, face off against him, the Reaper.
Wait. So I can't even punch a titanium block.
Yes.
So you want me to go after your greatest nemesis?
Third greatest nemesis.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but
okay.
He almost took over all of America.
Right.
But he's a little bit older. So
yeah. Also, follow-up question. How did you not age as much as he did?
Well, as you know, the satellite, when it fell on me...
The radioactive
satellite, it sent me back in time to 1942.
Okay.
Where I helped defeat the Nazis.
Right.
came back through,
Okay.
aging very, very slow,
Okay.
reunited with everyone,
Right. Stop the Red Scare.
stopped the Red Scare,
And now here we are.
and now here we are. You, on the other hand,
Right. I'm a normal...
you're a normal, but there's so many ways you can go with your superhero power. And
The one that I don't have?
we just have to figure out what it is.
I'm really good at hacking into stuff.
All right, let's work on that.
I can make drones. I can hack satellite feeds.
So here's what we're going to do.
Okay.
You're going to pretend to work for Time Warner Spectrum.
Okay.
You're going to go up to the Reaper's house.
Okay.
You're going to say, I need to check your computer.
Right.
There's a
virus?
A virus going around.
Okay.
You go on his AOL.
No one uses AOL.
Whatever he uses.
Okay.
And you need to put a bomb in his computer.
A bomb? I'm not going to put a bomb in his computer. How about we find out if he's actually a supervillain first?
No, he is.
No, you don't know that.
All Russians are evil.
That's not true.
It's been true since 1950.
That's messed up, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's messed up.
Name one pious thing a Russian has done.
I don't know.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean that they're all evil.
Yes, they are.
That's terrible logic.
All right, you're gonna go do his house, and we're gonna figure this out.
Okay.
All right.
I guess. Do I have to? This is really embarrassing.
Look, we're at his house now, and you've been arguing with me the whole time. I'm gonna hide in the bushes.
Why can't I hide in the bushes?
Cause you're the one who's training. All right, so. Hello? What do you want, small boy?
I'm here to check your internet.
My internet?
Yeah, I work for Time Warner Cable. Do you have a computer in the house?
I have a supercomputer.
Wow. That's great. Can I check it? I think there's something wrong with your dial-up.
Yes. How did you know I had dial-up?
Because I work for Time Warner Cable.
Have you been hacking my AOL?
You still use AOL, but you have a supercomputer?
It's a supercomputer that uses AOL.
I feel like that's the antithesis of what you want, sir. I can streamline that if you want. Have you heard of Google Docs?
No, I have not heard of Google. What is this Google?
Okay. Well, what year do you think it is?
Well, it is the great year of the Empire of Soviet Russia.
Soviet Russia hasn't existed since 1992.
Oh no. Your history is wrong, small boy.
Why are you... Okay, well, I don't care. Whatever. Just show me the supercomputer.
Alright. This is the supercomputer.
Okay.
As you can see, there are 2 monitors,
Yes.
over 2 gigs of RAM.
That's not a lot of RAM. Why do you think that makes it a supercomputer?
Because look, my mouse goes from one monitor to the other.
This is just like a normal setup.
So, it is not normal.
It is.
It is my supercomputer.
Do you know that they're making laptops now with 3 screens?
What? Did you come here to mock, or did you come here to help me with my AOL?
Why are you using AOL?
Because, according to the internet, it is the fastest internet.
Do you just feed it with discs?
I'm still on my 2,300 hours before the trial ends.
That's insane. You've just used 1 disc?
Yes, I only go online for a little bit, you know, it is a little slow. I go to my website, SovietRussia.victory.
I didn't even know that was a URL.
That is a URL, and it gives me plans on how the Soviet Russia will one day win the war on the globe again.
So why are you here, not in Russia?
Well, the only way to take over America is to be inside it. You see, I actually have and I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I have a cover. I'm just your average American, but
With a heavy Russian accent?
with a heavy Russian accent and a Gatling gun for an arm.
Do you have a permit for that?
Nah. That's why I went to Brockport, you know.
Okay.
Looser permits.
Right.
But anyways, my job is I work at the local grocers, the Weg of Men's,
Yes.
and I find out American secrets to one day take over the world.
Like what?
American secret, like, for example, you have a lot of nukes. I just found that out.
So does the Soviet Union.
Yes, but I need to know how many you have.
Oh.
I'm up to 4 in my count.
Well, so I just uninstalled AOL and I just reinstalled. I gave you the whole Google suite. So this is Google.
So what is this Google?
So type in how many nukes does the United States have?
All right. Oh my gosh, that many?
Yeah.
Who is this Google? It has to be like a mastermind who understands all knowledge, time, and space.
No, it's just a company that kind of collects all kind of metadata, and they just collect it all, and it's all there on the internet.
That is genius.
Yeah, and it's free too.
What?
Yeah, this is Google Docs. You can use Excel here, and you can. This is a spreadsheet, and you can kind of log all your information, and so you can do everything right here. You can even share it with your minions too. If they have a Google.
That's so underground and dark.
No, it's open and free software.
All right. But what is this icon with the bomb on it? Should I double click on that?
If you want. Just don't do it while I'm here, okay?
Okay.
Only use it for emergencies.
What would be a good emergency to use it?
Like if you feel like there's a SWAT team coming and you need an escape button, or if you feel like you've eaten too much apple pie and you kind of are got an indigestion because of all the freedom that's in the American pie.
Oh.
So this is a coverall escape button.
Yes. Well, I do have some broiled cabbage. Would you like some broiled cabbage?
I feel like you'll shoot me if I say no.
Yes, eat the broiled cabbage.
This is delicious.
All right. That's good. That's the only way I can pay you, by the way.
What?
I'm a little underfunded.
Well, why are you so underfunded?
Make him push the button now. Jiffy, make him push the button now.
I'm literally in. Excuse me. Hold on.
Make him push. Why isn't he pushing the button now? We almost have this.
What? How did you? Why are you in here?
I kind of slid through the door, and I'm hiding behind a lamp.
You're breaking your probation by being here. You can't break and enter.
No, my probation is I'm not allowed to destroy huge buildings. I can infiltrate evil America.
Yeah, by him pushing the button, you're going to destroy a building.
Well, okay. My skin is impenetrable, and this is kind of an old house, so I don't think it counts. And I'm pretty sure your skin is impenetrable.
No, it's not. We proved that.
Well, your mom can take a bullet.
Yeah. My mom's a superhero.
So it has to come to you.
You know what? I'm just going to go back. I'm going to deactivate the bomb, and I'm just going to eat the cabbage.
Okay.
Because I am a good, upstanding citizen that just wants to own a coffee shop.
That is the opposite of being a superhero. You know that, right?
He's doing nothing wrong.
No, look at him. He's got an eye patch and a Gatling gun for a hand.
So? Yeah, that's only because you ripped his arm out and accidentally poked him in the eye.
He deserved it. He was being Russian.
That's racist.
Oh, so now it's racist?
Russist?
It's Russist?
Yes. Frankly, it is.
You need to double-click on that bomb.
No.
It'll be okay.
I don't trust you.
Who are you talking to?
Just my on-site manager. I'll be right back.
Alright.
I'm sorry, I didn't want my cabbage to get cold, but you know bosses.
Yeah, you were telling me about the bomb.
Oh, yeah. Just click on it, see what happens.
Andre.
Are you sure? You said it was a coverall, and I'm not really in danger, unless someone is here to stop what I'm doing.
Yeah, but I mean, just this will be just like a trial run, you know? Like, I'll be here to observe you, and if you just click on it, it'll just make sure that everything's functioning properly.
We actually haven't said what happens if I do double click it.
Yeah, it kind of reads the, you know, your supercomputer is very super, right?
Right.
So it'll scan the situation, and it'll have an appropriate response based on the circumstance.
All right, so it will be like the Google.
It's like Google.
Which will tell me
Exactly.
what to do.
Exactly. You can type in any problem, and then it'll solve it for you. But starting with, let's click on that bomb.
Make him push it! Make him push it!
Shut up, Wayne.
It's Captain Supremo.
Whatever.
Jiffy. Who are you talking to?
My boss. He's a micromanager. You must know what that's like, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
It's the worst.
When I ran the Red Army,
Yes.
it was always, do this or I whip you.
Wow. You could whip robots?
You whip robots and they feel it. I programmed them to feel it, to say ow
Wow.
when you whip them.
You think someone that was that good with robots would be better at programming their computer?
Well, you know, it wasn't actually me that did the programming.
Oh.
I whipped a human and said, go program my robots.
Whoa, that's very dark.
In fact, I was going to whip you,
Why?
but I see that you gave me all these new toys,
It's true.
so you have been spared the whipping today.
Perfect. Well, I think you should push the button, and let's see what happens.
Alright, I'm going to push the button in 1, 2, 3... Oh my gosh! The way you exploded in that house was hilarious.
I'm still singed.
I know, I had to cover you in my cape.
He didn't even die. He was still there.
Oh yeah, I had to cosmic slam him to the ground, and now he's crippled from the neck down.
He's gonna file a complaint with the homeowners association.
Yeah, but I didn't know your skin was so flammable.
Yeah, I'm dying.
Well, I mean, you're in a wheelchair, and I was kind of wondering when you were going to get out of the wheelchair so we could, continue training.
I don't know. Maybe next week.
Okay, that sounds good. But I was very impressed, despite the fact that your hands are made out of pillows. Your skin is very flammable.
It's true.
And you're very whiny.
I only whine because you're insufferable.
I have to say, you installed things on that man's computer very fast.
Yeah, I think I have an affinity for it. It almost feels like I can think and it happens. I don't know.
We need a hero name for you.
What about, I don't know, Motherboard or something cool like Cyber Hacker or something.
Okay, I was thinking more Jiffy Computer Boy Wonder.
No.
Or Cyber Lad.
I could get into Cyber Lad.
Alright, Jiffy Cyber Lad. I'm glad that you're kind of seeing it from my point of view.
I kind of figured I might as well try and enjoy it. If I can't live my dreams, I might as well live someone else's.
Alright. We're gonna go back to punching the titanium block.
I can't. I literally can't move.
Alright, catch!
Ah!
Alright, your face. I'm gonna write down here that your face is also kind of weak.
Why would my face be different than my hands?
You live and you learn.
Yeah, clearly. Ugh. I'm going to bed.
And scene. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our neighbors.
God help us. I'm surprised my drone didn't blow up in that explosion.
Well, you're getting really better at
Flying?
Yeah, doing internet and stuff. But
yeah,
that was very interesting.
Yeah.
I noticed the explosion from here.
Yeah, I could feel it.
Yeah,
it was quite a thing.
The CGI of it looked kind of crappy though.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It looked like PlayStation 1 graphics.
Yeah, it was pretty green screen.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it is what it is.
Well, I look forward to following their adventures.
Yeah, no, same. It'll be quite the experience.
Yes.
Quite the experience.
And tell us what you think about Captain Supremo and Jiffy Cyberlad.
I kind of like just Jiffy.
Yeah, just Jiffy.
Is it Jiffy or Giffy?
I don't know. But
well, maybe as we explore, we'll figure it out more.
There was that time when he was doing the same action over and over.
It's true. It was weird.
Yeah,
It was very strange.
yeah.
He just kept dabbing.
He just kept dabbing, and people were liking what he was doing.
It was very strange.
But some people were giving him a frowny face.
Yeah, right. A lot of frowny faces.
Yeah, a lot of frowny faces.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, join us next time.
Yes.
We're excited. We're excited to go on this adventure with you guys.
Yeah.
And we will see you next week.
See you next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.